Hi, Collective. This is another reading. I'm just throwing this out there. I'm thinking of going live tonight. So if anybody's interested before I get started in joining me for a live, I think I might do that this evening and just put like a message out there. So I might even do an extension of this reading. So if this reading resonates, if this reading, if you can get any messages from this reading, basically, and it's of interest to you, then I highly recommend joining the live later because there might be some more messages in there for you. But yeah, we're just going to go ahead with it, see what comes out. This is not for any signing specific. On the live later, I will be going through each sign. So we'll see what you've got coming with this lunar eclipse, because the lunar eclipse is always bringing shifts and changes. So I'm going to go through each sign and we'll see what we've got coming up for you guys. We've got the Page of Coins in reverse. I'm getting shortchanged. Someone's feeling shortchanged about something. Right, is my deck upside down? Yeah, I'm not taking that. Right, just give me a minute. I'm hearing London Bridge is burning down. So I don't know what that's about. I've got my cup of tea. London Bridge is burning down, and then there's a feeling here of somebody being shortchanged. So we've got the Page of Coins. Now, the Page of Coins is the Page of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. So it's like somebody's not learning a lesson. The pages are all about lessons learned. These are, look at him going out, he's kind of doing his daily duties, he's doing his business basically, and it looks like that money's about to be dropped into his hand, but his hand's closed. So again, this is the message that I was picking up in the last reading. So if you didn't watch the last reading that I did, go back and watch it, because there's a message in there about somebody not receiving something that they feel like they've worked hard for, or somebody being denied something. But also there's a message in here as well about not being open to the blessings and the gifts that are being presented. It's almost like your attention is being pulled elsewhere, so you're not seeing it. You're not even looking at it, actually. It's I think spirit's trying to tell you something and you're just not seeing it for what it is. Ten of Wands talks about burdens and stresses. So your life may be feeling a little bit unbalanced at the moment. You may be feeling stressed out. You may be feeling burdened. You may be feeling like there's just too much to do. There's too much to think about. You've got too many appointments. There's too many tasks and duties and things to just balance. Like work, I'm getting like work-life balance. Because here we've got this Ten of Wands, and look at this person. She's absolutely just no sleep. Like deadlines are approaching. She's stressed out, man. This is a card of stress. But this is like the ultimate like pinnacle. Like I just can't do this anymore. I'm feeling like somebody might want to walk out of a job even as well. So if there's a job that you're just feeling like you're not getting anything from it, this is what I'm getting. It's almost like saying I keep investing into this situation, but no matter how much I invest, no matter how many things I take on, it's just not giving me I'm hearing something about revenue. It's like a revenues that I was expecting or something. So the feeling of being shortchanged. It's causing a sense of stress because it's almost like, right, now what do I do? So if somebody has walked out of a job because it's caused them a lot of stress, it's almost like, shit, now what do I do? I also feel like somebody it's almost like he's spinning plates at the minute. There's a lot to be done, and there's a lot. What I'm really getting with these three cards is someone really stressed out, okay, because they're feeling like they're shelling out more than they're actually getting back. There's a lot of admin I'm seeing. There's a lot more admin. There's a lot of things going on in the background with this Ten of Wands. This page of, I feel like somebody's rushed into something and they've not really thought about it, basically, and it's causing them a sense of stress. It's almost like I'm feeling like these people, even ringing the phone, people like could be even in like some type of a industry, some type of a food industry or something like that, because we've got the plates here. This is someone who's spinning plates. And I feel like here as well, it's almost like a little bit of a magician vibe, because this is somebody who's putting on a performance. But it's almost like beneath the surface, they are stressed. Like that phone is ringing, those people are chasing those pennies, but it's almost like there's quite an extravagance here. And I feel like it's a little bit unnecessary, because there's more money being spent than there is actually being put back into the hand. So somebody's like doing too much, and it's causing an imbalance in terms of finances and stress. It's like, ugh, what am I going to do? I am seeing something about debts. I'm not going to lie. There is something here about debts. It's almost like somebody's taken on a lot of debt. Okay, to start a project. Basically, that's what I'm trying to get at. To start some type of a project, and it's not going bad. I don't feel like it's going bad, because there is people here putting money, onto this plate, basically. But it's I don't think it's enough to foot the bill. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not enough to cover the bill, because this woman's looking at the bill, and she's looking and she's saying, like, is it enough? Um So yeah, so there could be some money worries. That's what I'm getting, because the Page of Coins really isn't somebody that's got a lot of money. This is somebody who's just started off on a venture. This is somebody who's probably invested more into a situation or a business or a hobby or an interest or something more than they're actually gaining at the moment. And if you think about any crafts that you do, that's what happens. You don't just become an artist overnight. You have to put the work in. You have to put the effort in. You have to do what's required. Let me just try to focus my camera. You've got to do what's required. Otherwise, you don't get the goodies, basically. And I think this is what's going on here. It's like somebody's jumped into something with both feet, and it's like they're struggling, and it's because the foundation wasn't solid. You needed to do the groundwork first. And now it's almost like you're playing catch up, because you're like, shit, 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 time's running out. There may be some type of a time element attached to it, just because I'm looking at the clock in the background. But it's almost like, that deadline's fast approaching, and I don't know what I'm going to do. So there's like high level stress here, basically. In a sense, like, there is like an ideology of letting it all go as well, because the Ten of Wands is the Ten of Wands. Now, if you think about the wands as ruling the blood, okay, so think of it like the bloodline. When you get to the 10, it's like cardiac arrest. It's like, it's extreme, and it's like, oh my God, like I just want it to stop. Like, what the fuck? That's what this is like. So it's almost this idea of I feel like it's easier if I just give up. That's the easier option, just giving up. But then with giving up, it's failure. That's what it is. So it's admitting defeat. So there's an elephant. There's an element of not wanting to admit defeat, or not wanting to go down without a fight. So but there's a sense of exhaustion, because I'm seeing like coffee as well. So you might want to cut back on the coffee, because coffee might be causing you more stress and tension. I'm drinking Twining's Glow. I think this is strawberry mint and cucumber. So yeah, cut down on the caffeine, basically, because it's putting you into this state of hypertension, stressing you out. There is an element of hospitality, basically, going on here. And this is with this Two of Coins. Now, the Two of Coins normally talks about trying to balance. I'm getting balance the books, trying to balance the books or something like that. But there's an element of, I don't know. There's an element of extravagance. And it's almost like it's for everybody else's benefit. What I'm getting. It's for everybody else's benefit. It's for the people that are looking onwards, not necessarily the person that's performing, because in actual fact, that can't be an easy thing. It's, there's a lot of pressure there. There's a lot of, you take one wrong step, basically, and it's game over. And in a sense, you can kind of see that on that tension. It's just there, sitting on this person's face, like, oh my God, I just want this to be over. So yeah, there's something in that. It's just, I feel like there's a sense of being unrested. Let's just put it that way, unrested. Two of Wands. Now, the Two of Wands talks about some type of a plan, having some type of a plan. Like, you can see there's a world there. So this is like someone who is There's a spotlight being shone on somebody, basically. This is what I want to get. That's what I want to say. This is Aries energy. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and it rules the head. So it's almost like someone's. It's like a head of the house or head being headhunted or something like that. Someone's being headhunted, um, and it's performance driven. That's what I'm trying to say. It's almost like the saying, "Show us what you do," or show us what you can show us what it is you create. Do you know what I mean? Like there's something about creation down here because this person's doing something, this person's creating something, and they're performing. And again, it's like this magician. It's like there's somebody that's shifted into this type of artist, like this performer. That's what I'm getting. Playing those drums, strumming away. Again, this is for the benefit of the people that are looking on. This is what it is. It's like these people are looking and they're praising them basically for their hard efforts. But there's a lot of stress that's attached to this. It's almost like it's really interesting because what I'm drawn to is those woods in the back. It's almost like those woods. It's like there's a lot of mystery behind this situation. Let's just put it there. And people are looking on, and it's almost like saying, "But how? How has that come about?" or something like that. So something's been there's a spotlight. It's been shone on somebody, something. Um, yeah, there's something about the world. It's like the world's gonna see because I'm getting the globe's really standing out to me. It's almost like the world's gonna see um someone's true colours with the red and the red and the white. This really talks. It's really giving me the War of the Roses. Um, and I'm getting like national. Something's national. It's like a national sensation. I'm getting exhilarating. Something's going to feel really exhilarating. Like it's almost like you're going to feel alive. Something's going to make you feel alive. It's like again, I'm getting this sense of renewal. The Two of Wands also talks about a new connection coming in as well, being noticed, being recognised, being praised, something like that. It's also about chemistry. Okay, so the ones are always fire, and fire's always chemistry. So there could be. It's almost like somebody feels alive when they're around you, or if not, this is a card of intuition. So intuition's intense right now, intense. So people are really picking up on this. We're being shifted because the North Node's in Aries, and the North Node really is like how you heal, basically, how you heal or what you need to focus on healing. And Aries is the head. It's the empire. So if the head's not right, then the rest of it's not right. If the head of the household is not situated correctly, let's just say, then the rest of them suffer. If they're not bringing in the bacon, the rest of them don't eat. It's a little bit like that dynamic. Something to do with that. And then we've got Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands, I'm feeling like somebody just really wants to run away. That's what I'm getting. Somebody really wants to run away with this Eight of Wands. Can you see? Look, how sold. It's like, I just want this to be over. I want it to be done. I want to get away. I don't want to be here no more. There's this little child at the front here with this aeroplane. And this is like, it's almost like I'm getting this vibe of when I grow up, I want to. So somebody maybe wanting to pursue something that they've wanted to do the whole life. It's almost like they want to go off, they want to travel, they want to explore. There's a wildness to it as well. It's like, I want to be free. I want to be free from this. There's some information that's going to be received in the post as well. If you can see, we've got a postman on there. And I'm just seeing something about a threshold, like crossing a threshold or something. And this doesn't necessarily mean a card of marriage, but Eight of Wands is lots of passion, lots of passion, it's intense, basically. It's like intense chemistry, things really taking off, things really moving, to that next level. It's not like the platonic beginnings of chemistry and attraction. This is like the embers are now burning. You can stop blowing on the fire so hard because you don't have to try so hard. It's almost like that, but in that, it's things start moving along quite swiftly. I'm also hearing the path of least resistance. So whatever the path of least resistance is for you, that's the path that you need to be taking, and that's speaking quite loudly to me. It's to choose the path of least resistance. So that's really interesting. I hope somebody got something out of that. Not really sure what it's trying to say, really, but something needs to change. I'm being drawn to this. Now, it's interesting because this could either be a moth or a butterfly. It could be either, really. But the colours are quite autumnal. So I'm getting this Libra vibe. It's this type of something's metamorphosizing. It's like a metamorphosis. It's almost like out of the old and in with the new. It's like a renewal. But this is gonna be uplifting. It's almost like it's an uplifting. You're gonna feel this burden, whatever this burden is. It's gonna lift. Spirit's really trying to shine a light on this at the moment, and it's like the minute you let go is the minute it all ends. But we're trying to look. This is so again. Someone is trying to reach you, and they're saying, "Pick up the phone, pick up the phone, pick up the phone, please, please, please." I'm ringing, I'm ringing, I'm ringing, I'm ringing. Someone might be ringing you off the hook. Obsessed. I'm getting obsessed vibes a little bit actually. Someone's obsessed with someone and it's stressing you out, or it's stressing them out, or something. However it resonates. Again, I don't read for gender, so if I say he or she, flip the roles if you need to. I'm not going to keep repeating myself because it gets boring. High level stress, man. Let's pull another spread. Do you know what I'm hearing? There's some holes in this house. There's some holes in this house. I don't know who sings that. I can't remember. Moving on. Someone's moving on. Someone's getting ready to move the back on. This is about leaving, quite clearly. This is I'm hearing pastures new, moving on to pastures new. Now it's interesting because with this card, again, it looks quite autumnal. So it's giving me this Libra vibe. It's Libra vibe I'm getting. Libra is all about relationships, but it's also when the lunar eclipse is happening. I think it's the 25th of March, I think. Google it. It's interesting because it's happening at 19 degrees. It's happening at, what's happening? I think the lunar eclipse is happening at 19 degrees. And that's where my sun is. So I'm really interested to see what this is. But again, look, it's just like somebody's like out with the old and in with the new. They're walking towards the light. I think somebody's being led. This is divinely guided. Again, it's like listen to us. We're showing you the signs. These almost look like, I mean, the leaves, but to me, again, it's almost like feathers. Little tiny flutters, them little signals that you get. It's like this is so subtle. This is an air card, so it represents the mind and the thoughts, and it's the fleeting, and they're so fleeting. It's saying, be sure not to miss it. Catch it. We're giving you all this, just catch it. And it's almost like I'm feeling like a compass. This is reminding me of a compass. It's like wherever you're being directed, the soul. Listen to the soul. You've been asked to listen to the soul. That's what this is. Number 6 is all about communication. You could be dealing with a Gemini. Gemini rules the twins, so there could be 2 situations that you're dealing with. It could involve children as well. I'm really seeing somebody walking away from the only bit of stability that they've known, or the only bit of stability that they've ever known. So it's quite a big step, really, forwards. That's what I'm getting. But they're being guided to do it. It's almost like I'm feeling like there's a bit of a fear actually of the unknown. That's what I'm getting. Crown chakra, see? Those signs, man. Someone is litty right now. Somebody's on fire. So if you are getting this reading and it's speaking to you, this is your crown chakra. That little resonance, whatever it is. It's it can sound like a vibration, a tuning fork, just something. This is it. This is your sign. This is your crown chakra opening up. You're getting messages from the divine. Your crown chakra opens up, really. I like to think of this. Well, you can think of this as the soft spot on top of a baby's head. And really, a baby grows a lot, and they need nourishment from the mother, but they also need that influence from the father as well. But I'm getting the divine father. So this is like the sun. The sun emits radiation and we absorb that, and that's what we absorb. Um, I'd say particularly in the first months of actually being a living being, that hole closes up eventually, and then that's who we are. We're set in stone, basically. Every now and again, when you've done certain things, or you've evolved, or you've leveled up, basically, you allow passage, and so when you're allowed passage, because you've done the work required to unblock, um, and get rid of all that negative energy that's stuck in these. It's like a filter. Um, you can also let in blessings. You know, intelligence will come to you, and as well as you emitting that frequency as well. That's a really big one. That it's the number 7. So this is like, creation. This is the divine number 7. Everything, the whole world was created in 7 days. So this is about imagining the impossible. It's really saying, like, whatever it is that you feel like impossible right now, just hold on to that, because that might come into fruition. There's a lot of healing that's taking place for a lot of people. I've been saying it. I am seeing the number 67. So I don't know if that's relevant to somebody. Right, these have come out in reverse. So upright, we've got discontent and boredom. This is the 4 of Cups, and this talks about being in your feelings and just not really seeing the blessing in life and letting things go by. And it's almost like living in a really dull, just world, disconnected and not part of anything and not really wanting to contribute and open up. Okay, so somebody could be really emotionally closed off right now. That's what I'm getting with this card. Somebody is just shut down, and it's because they're connecting with the divine. The divine speaking to somebody right now, and it's leading them, and it's saying, look, heed the signs and follow the rainbow. But you're not listening. I mean, you are listening, but you're not acting on anything at the moment. But I do think that if this is you, let's just say you're gonna leave. You're gonna walk towards the light. Like, you're being called. You might not see it right now if this is resonating, but you are. You're being assisted. There's guidance behind this. I'm actually seeing again somebody walking away from a situation that just. This is now giving me a different energy as well. So I'm seeing somebody that's left a situation behind, and it's almost like I'm hearing it wasn't all that it was cracked up to be. So they managed to get away, and now this is them starting off on the new journey, and this is saying that all of this is behind me. This whole life, everything that happened here, boom, done. Because the 4 is a square, and squares block out. They cause conflict and they block out and they say no. So somebody's turning their back on something and saying, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to live my life the way that is destined for me. And so these are the signs. And it's almost like one step at a time. This person that actually looks really shaky. So there could be some nerves here about doing this as well. It's really I feel like somebody feels like they're walking on a tightrope. So this is difficult. I'm hearing treading on thin ice. Somebody's treading on thin ice right now. And they might be aware of it as well. So there's a sense of fear attached to this. We've got the heart chakra and patience, and these are in reverse. So someone's heart chakra is blocked off at the moment, and there's a sense of feeling impatient. That's the word. Feeling really impatient. It's almost like, when is this going to happen? When is this going to happen? It's like it's coming. Basically, this healing's coming. The cards came out. They wanted to show themselves. So this is Venus energy. This talks about healing and patience. So I'm hearing like patience is a virtue. So some of you need to know or need to learn how to master the art of patience. I'm also hearing all in divine timing. So really that talks about things working out as and when they should. The lunar cycles are really standing out for me as well. which we've just started a brand new lunar cycle in Aries. So that's the first sign of the zodiac. I'm seeing like perspective shifting, mentalities changing, um, where we place our energy and our efforts and our passions in regards to our values. You know, what do we value? What are we trying to cultivate for ourselves? Really, it's about asking the self what we need in order to thrive. That's what this reading's about. It's about saying, you know, if I'm a tiny little seed planted in this environment, what is it that I need in order to thrive? And rather than relying on like the gardener to come along and water you, it's almost like saying, right, well, how can I adapt myself to absorb water from the earth? Let's just say that. So somehow you manage to grow roots just from your own will. And then it's like, right, okay, that's great. I can know that I can do that now. What else do I need? And you'd be like, right, I need nourishment, I need minerals, vitamins, whatever the earth provides. So then what you do is you adapt, and then those roots absorb water, but also minerals and vitamins and everything else. These all change the structure of the plant. Human beings are exactly the same. So you need to really, really, really figure out what is it that I want. And I'm not talking about money. I'm not talking about clothes and cars and bitches and hoes and all that stuff. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what does the heart need to thrive, for you to feel it beat again. Is it more time with family? Is it less time at work? Is it more income? How can you make the most out of those hours? What resources can you draw on? Do you have the resources available to you? Do you even know what your resources are? Do you know what you need? These are all questions of um, self healing and self help. I'm also hearing something quite loudly, actually, of stop relying on other people to do your bidding for you. Um, Quite often when we get into relationships, we attach to people that fill the voids. And even though they come with a lot of other stuff, sometimes we end up ignoring those traits because we want that void filled for ourselves. It's completely selfish. And everybody's prone to it. Everybody, even me. Um, so when that person is no longer around you, this could be anybody, it don't have to be love, it could be sister, brother, mum, dad, daughter, dog, whatever. Quite naturally, as magnets, we run back to it so that we don't feel as empty, basically. And you're not empty, you just feel empty because it takes a while to find a new source to tap into. It's not an easy thing. And if it was, then everyone would just be with anyone. But that's not how spirit works. It's not how the soul works. So that was an interesting message in there. I'm going to get some more of these cards. I like to tie the readings up with these because sometimes they just confirm everything that I've read and it rests a little bit easier with other people, basically. Remember when so there's something to do with memories here. The past is significant. There may be a history with somebody may be coming up a lot. I am seeing somebody thinking a lot about the past. There could be some past healing that needs to take place, some healing of the past in order for somebody to move forward. That's what I'm getting. Something needs to be healed on a heart level. And whoever it is that needs this healing, then they're aware because this crown chakra is spinning like a mofo, and it's stressed again in this 10 of wands. It's like it's intense. Could even be suffering migraines, headaches, that kind of thing. Tension, headaches behind the eyes. Even behind I'm getting like behind the ears as well. Something like that. I can't seem to find the right words. I can't flipped over. Self-undoing, and I know I effed up. So I feel like there's a situation. So this could be you, this could be somebody else, but There's something going on here. Somebody from your past, because remember when okay, um, wants to talk to you, but they can't seem to find the right words. And the reason why they can't seem to find the right words is because they know they fucked up, basically. This was their doing, self-undoing. It's like I did everything, I know it. This was my doing. And so because they have to admit that they fucked up, they don't want to do it, basically. Causing them a lot of stress. What did I say? Debts. Being in somebody's pocket, I owe you. This is to do, there could be money tied up in this basically this reading. It could be to do with money, debts, IOUs, apologies, all of that shit, basically. Somebody's living in regret. I feel like somebody's conscious is absolutely in the way of them. They're stressed out, man. There's a lot of stress here, a lot of stress that needs to be let go of, so that there can be a sense of renewal. Because I feel like somebody's living in like survival mode right now, like instinct, like really like tension all the time. And then it says, I knew from the minute I laid eyes on you, and ill health and children. See, the cards don't lie. So, yeah, somebody fucked up basically. I feel like this is actually very relevant. I'm just not even going to try to skirt around the fucking facts. Let's be honest. This is my channel, and if you don't like what you're hearing, then click off. Somebody saw you in ill health, and they knew you weren't right when they saw you. I knew from the minute I laid eyes on you that you wasn't well, because there's the history with this person, and this person feels like they should have done more, especially for the children, and they didn't. So now they're living in guilt and regret and stress. Every day when they're at work, it's plaguing them, plaguing them, plaguing them. Shall I reach out? Shall I ring? Shall I do this? Shall I do that? Shall I do that? Because they want to put it to bed. But they won't, because they have to admit that they fucked up. And ego is in the way. Ego and pride, because of this lavish lifestyle. This lavish lifestyle, which really, quite honestly, isn't that lavish. Because there's been poor investments. Let's just leave it there. There's been a lot of poor investments made. I think we'll get one last card to tie this reading up, because it's I'm going to get the Kipper cards, because these are different. These are not tarot. But we'll see. We'll just choose one card from this deck and see what comes out. Someone flipped. Did it flip? Thoughts. So yeah, thoughts. Somebody's thinking about what went down. What's really interesting is this card of stress here. This is the same person. Look, we've got the pencil pots. This is someone who's thinking. This looks like someone who was really stressed out. This is someone who's just sat back watching it, not doing fuck all, just watching it. Toil and labour. That's hard graft. This is a card, and I just want to clarify this. This isn't a card of occupation. There's another card in here which is occupation, which is about an occupation, something that you've studied towards, something that you've worked hard towards. This is just bare out hard work, like bloody hands, knuckles bleeding, nails snapping, back breaking, tiring, hard work. But then there's also, and this is a message that I got in the last reading again, the strength, the resilience of these women. You're building a machine. You didn't realise that. I'm really getting something about the I'm hearing the fabric has been woven. or the tapestry has been woven, and I'm hearing something like there's many cogs to this machine, or there's many cogs that make this tick, or something along those lines. Um, but yeah, this toil and labour, it's about hardship, basically. That's what this card. This is the card of poverty and hardship and cruelty. Just outright cruelty. I mean, think of all the films that you've watched where these young girls work in these workhouses, the conditions that they live under, they're starved, they're beaten, they're just no one cares. And that's what's been going down, basically. So I do actually also think, I mean, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there. So if you want to be part of the live reading, later on, like I said, I am going to be going live. I think I'm going to start going live more often because it just, when I have a little bit of feedback and something to go from, people motivate me to want to do these readings more. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to post this actually, but do you know what? Spirit said do a reading and I did a reading. So who am I to question? Right, I'm going to leave it there, guys. So I'll let you know if I'm definitely going to go live tonight. I'll put a post out basically and I'll let you all know. And if I do, I will see you there. Take care.